Hello everybody and welcome back to CH and Ty Audits. Today we're going to be observing the double standard that is applied to citizens and police officers. In the first video, we are investigating a citizen getting his car impounded for having expired plates. In the second, it's quite clear that there is a double standard. Hope you enjoy.
That's all I'm talking to. That's all.
Your name is?
Sergeant Lemke.
All right, so Sergeant, you are the supervisor to Adam Noel, or Noel?
I am.
Okay, so I'm doing an investigation today. I've been hearing that Mr. Noel has been harassing citizens and extorting citizens, and we're not really in a position to do anything about it because you guys carry around your guns and stuff like that, so we aren't really in a position to stop you or anything. I was wondering, do you always let him go out and give parking tickets when there's no clear violation or safety threat to the public?
Well, there would have to be a violation or safety threat, but I would have to know what incident you're talking about.
Well, this is the thing. It's an open investigation, so I can't disclose too much info to you, all right? But my buddy has parked his car on the side of the road, and it was about yay far away from the yellow part of the curb. And Officer Noel took it upon himself to put a parking ticket there. My buddy exchanged a few choice words with him, and the next day his car got stolen and taken to, I don't know what it's called, but it was taken somewhere in the city, and he had to pay you guys money to get it back or something like that.
Well, there's a release fee when the vehicle is towed. You have to be paid for us to release it, and then they go claim it and pay the fees to the tow yard once the vehicle is towed.
Right. So
And
is that so it's cool for you guys to just take vehicles when there's not really a clear violation of the law there?
Well, I would have to know
the
what
reason
incident
that he
you're
did it
talking
was
about.
because there were expired plates. I didn't know that expired plates parked in the road was illegal.
Yes, it is.
So
That's a violation.
So if I get a new car and it's got, or if I go buy a car, used car, and it's got expired plates and I park it on the side of the road, it's liable to get stolen from me?
Stolen, I don't understand what you're saying.
These officers are either playing dumb or they are. Some might say they have the legal right to steal this person's property, but according to the Constitution, that's not true. It doesn't take a lawyer to read that the Constitution says, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, and that means a court hearing, not a traffic violation.
We don't steal vehicles.
What do you call that?
We tow them because of violations, which would be the expired plates.
But what do you call that towing? Like, what if I can't?
I have to take this. It's from a captain. Hold on.
What's your question?
Can I tow your vehicle?
Do we reinforce the law?
False. James Madison, the fourth president of the United States and the writer of the Constitution, stated in Federalist 78 that if any law passed by Congress conflicts with the Constitution ought to be preferred to the statute. Meaning, if an unconstitutional law is passed, it is no law at all.
And the thing is, in order to have a vehicle, because driving a car is not a right, it's a privilege under the United States, okay? You don't have a right to drive a car, you have a privilege. That's why you have to get a license, you have to get insurance, you have to get a license plate, you have to register your car, you have to have a valid driver's license to operate the car, or have someone who has an operator's
It
license.
seems like
to
a
drive the
right
car.
to me until guys with guns come around.
It's not.
and start
It's a
telling me
privilege,
it's not.
and I'm not going to argue schematics, but it's a privilege, okay? If someone has a vehicle that's on the roadway, that's a public roadway, and it's not properly registered or insured,
So
it absolutely will be
is there a
towed.
time limit for that?
For plates, no. If you were to buy a car used, unless you buy it from someone like your neighbor, but if you went to like a dealership
Right.
who has used cars, or someone who just specializes in used cars, they have that power to give you a temporary license plate for 30 days until you can go to the license branch to get one. Now,
Right,
if
so
they-
this is all particular circumstances. Say I buy a car from him.
you buy a car from
It's
him.
been parked in his driveway. It's expired. The plate's on it. I drive it home and park it out in the street. Are you guys going to come steal my vehicle?
We will tow your vehicle if it's not properly registered on a public street. If it's on your driveway, not blocking the sidewalk on your property, we're not going to go on your property and tow your car because it's not registered. Because at that point, you're not on a public roadway, you're on a private piece of land.
So is it now illegal then to buy cars on Saturdays, Mondays, and Sundays when the BMV is closed?
No, because you can get a temporary plate from the place that you buy the vehicle unless you buy it from your neighbor.
Right, which was the situation here. So I'm just making sure that we're clear on that. So you guys
if we want to be
only
clear,
steal vehicles.
Okay, you keep on using the word steal when we're enforcing
And you
the
keep
law.
on using the word enforce.
We enforce the law. We don't make the law. We don't make up the law. We are told, as a police officer, by the state of Indiana, we look at this as a violation, and we expect you to enforce these violations. Now, whether you agree with it, or I agree with it, or we disagree with it, we have no power.
Right, I'm not saying
okay?
I agree, or I'm just calling
Right,
it what
I'm
it
just
is. And you guys came and took
call
my
it
guy's
what it is.
vehicle.
You can call it what you want,
Right.
but that's the improper term. If you look up the definition of what
Of what stealing is?
yes.
What is
It's not.
stealing?
We're taking possession of the car because it's not legal. to
Right. So if it is yours, that I come take possession of it, that's cool. It's
But
not
you don't have the
stealing.
power to enforce anything.
Well, I mean, I got the same power as you, don't I?
You really don't when it comes to enforcing the law. The only thing you can do is make citizens arrest, and then you have
Okay.
that power to do that. Or you have
So
power
what about, have you
to
ever heard
report
about the
crime.
Fourth Amendment? Is that the law? The Fourth
Okay,
Amendment?
yeah, there is a Fourth Amendment law,
And
but
do you
the
know what
public,
that says?
the public roadway is not protected under the Fourth Amendment
No,
law.
This is a clear misunderstanding of the Constitution and the supreme law of the land that the Constitution is. It is only there to protect us from the government. That's what the framers said, and that's what the Fourth and Fifth Amendments say clearly.
Everything public
No, it's
is
not.
protected by
It
the
absolutely
Constitution.
not.
So is it
It's
just
not.
private citizens that have to follow the Constitution, or is it you guys? Because if
Everybody.
I can tell him not to say whatever I
We
want.
can't park a police car on the road if it's not properly plated, properly insured either. We cannot do that. We're not allowed to do that. So no, we don't park our police cars with it unless it's plated and insured and registered. We
That
don't
was
But if it is going to be applied to the citizens, I like to see it applied to people like yourselves. So that's why I wanted to inform you guys that this vehicle right here, these plates have expired on the 15th of January.
Right.
And it's parked here in a public parking lot.
But it's a private.
This is public.
Yeah, it's public.
I promise
Consider
you it's
public?
It's
public.
public property.
Oh,
Yeah. This is county
I was
property.
gonna say, I'm like, technically,
Yep.
most parking lots are private lots. But
Right, only if it's a private business. If the taxpayers pay for it, that makes it's public then. So
It's
Fair
100%
enough.
public property.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
county owned.
yeah, so I was wondering if we could do something about this. I don't, again, I don't think it's justice, but justice got served to my buddy.
Yeah.
He's not a cop.
Right.
This is a police vehicle. The guy, I'll be honest, it wasn't the sheriff's department. It was the Terre Haute PD.
Right.
They said that you guys follow the law just like we do.
Right.
So maybe I should give them a call about this. I don't know if
Right.
they'd want, or maybe that
Yeah.
guy could help me. West Terre Haute.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
Might
maybe
be allowed.
I'll go ask
Well,
him.
like I said, I don't think most reasonable police officers would write a citation for expired plates when the vehicle's parked. I believe
That is
the question. The question is who has to follow the Constitution?
I'm just told you we follow the Constitution because our cars are plated.
Right.
and
I
insured.
don't have to follow the Constitution
Okay.
because it only
Okay,
applies
now,
to
now we're
government
going to
agencies.
because this is not the Constitution. This is Indiana state law. You're talking about the vehicle.
And the 14th
The
Amendment
Fourth- no,
says
Fourth.
that
You said
all 10
Fourth.
of the
You said
first Bill
Fourth.
of Rights
You said
apply
Fourth
to state
Amendment.
governments as well.
You said
And the
Fourth
Fourth
Amendment.
Amendment is in the first 10 of
Is
the
it
first
legal
Bill of
search
Rights.
and seizure? Okay.
Yes, and
All right.
possession. You
Okay, so on the
cannot
public
steal.
road, we can enforce state regulations.
I've got the right to be secure in my
Okay,
persons,
I can't go to your house and
properties,
do that.
and effects.
I can't go to your house and do that without a warrant.
Tell that to
But
Jim
on the
Palmer.
public way, okay, we're getting nowhere. So you
Okay,
know,
but I'd also like
you
to
follow,
say-
you follow your complaint because
Yes. And the
they do
Fifth
have that
Amendment
right.
says that you
Okay.
can't steal private
Okay,
property without
again,
just
we're not
compensation.
stealing it. We're not stealing it.
Well, call it what
we're
you like,
enforcing the law.
but you've taken possession of my
I take-
property and-
Good luck.
Okay.
We're winning that in court. We're upholding the court's decisions. They decide what we can and can't do. Okay, by case laws, by Indiana laws, by federal laws, they're the ones that say what we can and can't do. Okay, they've already said we have the right and shall enforce these laws, including parking on the roadway. You lose your Fourth Amendment right with your car illegally parked on the road to be towed. You forfeited that.
And
privilege,
your Fifth
okay?
Amendment as well.
I don't know what you're
Because
talking
the
about.
Fifth Amendment is you can't, the government can't steal
Right, so I can't go to your house and just tow your car just to tow your car. I can't go to your property to
I've
do
let
that.
you speak now, so now can I speak?
Go ahead.
All right, so you guys you uphold federal law, state law, local law, you know, I don't think that's a thing, but if it was, you guys would. What's the supreme law of the land? And that should be a pretty quick, you know what that is?
Well, we went from a parking complaint to this, so I'm not gonna answer that.
It's the
because we've
Constitution.
gone away from what you initially wanted to talk to us about. We've addressed that, we've told you about that. You've got the forms, you wanna file the complaint.
So you guys not
I
gonna
don't know
comply
what-
with the investigation any further?
Well, it's your investigation, it's not my
Yeah, I know,
investigation.
and it's suspicious that you're not complying with it. I mean,
We've answered your questions the best that we can to your ability. You just not liking the answers we're giving you. So at that point.
sounds like you're
it's
talking
it's
about,
my
okay.
group.
Yeah.
What you need.
All right, guys, well, I'm not here to record private citizens, so I'll see you later.
Okay, yep, thank you.
All right, so we're back in Vigo County here. So we got the West Terre Haute Police Department over there. And they were just talking over there. Now I feel the need to pull up over here, I guess.
What's up?
Well, I just wanted to ask you guys something. You guys, so my friend's car got impounded the other day for expired plates. Is that a law? Do you guys have to impound, or is it legal to have? Well, it was a cop in Terre Haute. I'm not really sure who impounded.
I don't know what their policies are. I'm familiar with our policies, but I don't.
Do you guys do that?
It's officer discretion, I think.
So it's only the vehicles that you guys want to impound that you impound if they're expired?
It's discretion. It could be a lot of different things. It could be if there's other other factors, other infractions, stuff like that. It just really depends on officer discretion.
Okay, so it's only impound if the officer is. Okay. So okay. Well, that's.
That makes sense
fine.
to you?
Well, no, it doesn't make sense. I thought the law applied equally to everybody.
Well,
here in America.
different agencies have different policies. I mean,
Okay, so-
and our laws, we go across the board. Illinois is completely different. You know, that's totally different in each state.
Right, it was here in Terre Haute.
Yeah.
Are you a police officer?
No.
Okay. You just work here. Okay. Okay.
Do you want the city police phone number? I can give it to you.
No, I know a city police phone number. No, I was.
They'd be able to answer questions better if they impounded it. I don't, like I said, I don't know
Okay.
what their policy is, stuff like that.
Okay. So you guys don't impound vehicles for that.
It's based on the situation. I can't say for certain every single vehicle pulled over just for expired plates if it gets impounded or not. It just really depends on the circumstances.
No, this one was just parked. They said it's
Parked on a city or county
in
highway?
on public property.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
On
It wasn't
private property?
moving.
It wasn't on
Public
the street?
property.
It wasn't-
Yeah, it was on the street. Yeah.
On the street, it has to be.
It wasn't moving when it got pulled
It
over.
has to be legally plated.
I believe technically.
That I also believe that. That's just what I'm trying to confirm here. That if it's in a public area, on a public street or a public parking lot,
Right.
that it's the law that it, you know.
Well, let me ask you: was it moving when they found
No,
it? Okay.
no, it wasn't. It was stationary. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
If it was parked like this and I came across the expired plate, I wouldn't write something for that.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because I think it's, you know, honestly, I don't like to see. I don't think that's justice to do that.
Right.
But if it is going to be applied to the citizens, I like to see it applied to people like yourselves. So that's why I wanted to inform you guys that this vehicle right here, these plates have expired on the 15th of
Yeah.
January,
Right.
and it's parked here in a public parking lot.
Mhm.
But it's a private.
This is public.
Yeah, it's public.
I promise
Is it
you, it's
public?
public.
It's public property.
Oh.
Yeah. This is county
I was
property.
gonna say, I'm like, technically,
Yep.
most parking lots are private lots. But
Right, only if it's a private business. If the taxpayers pay for it, that makes it's public then. So
It's
Fair
100% public property.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
county owned.
yeah, so I was wondering if we could do something about this. I don't, again, I don't think it's justice, but justice got served to my buddy.
Yeah.
He's not a cop.
Right.
This is a police vehicle. The guy, I'll be honest, it wasn't the sheriff's department. It was the Terre Haute PD.
Right.
They said that you guys follow the law just like we do.
Right.
So maybe I should give them a call about this. I don't know if
Right.
they'd want, or maybe that
Yeah.
guy could help me. West Terre Haute.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so
Might
maybe
be- might be
I'll go ask
Well,
him.
like I said, I don't think most reasonable police officers would write a citation for expired plates when the vehicle is parked. I believe
That is awesome that we hear that right from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean? Because I agree with you. That seems blasphemous to me. It's not a threat to the public safety. It's parked on the side of the road, and they just want to,
Right.
hey, let's steal your car
Right.
and have you pay to get it back.
Right.
So that seems a little ridiculous to me.
Like I said, I don't know the circumstances.
Right, no, of
I
course.
don't
I'm
know.
not trying to get you to, agree or disagree. So,
Right.
but I understand that, it is officer discretion. So I'm going to go see if I can't get this officer here to see what his discretion is.
I think he's got a
Bringing somebody
prisoner.
in to jail might be better if you wait till he comes up.
It doesn't usually take long for them to vote people.
No,
does it?
I don't know.
He just kind of walks them in and walks out.
He might be a second just because he might go in there type of car or something.
Okay, well,
You're more than welcome to go talk to him if he comes up.
yeah, that sounds great.
You guys got any more questions?
No, you've been very helpful. What's your name and badge number?
Hawkins, 8431.
Okay, and is there any way, I know there's a complaint form that we can get, but is there any way that we could get like the opposite of a complaint form? Because I don't always like to, is there like a compliment form or
Oh, a what form?
like a compliment form?
A compliment.
Or is it
You
just...
can call the sheriff's office Monday
Okay.
through Friday 8 to 4 if you'd like. I mean,
Okay.
it's completely up to you. You don't have to do that. I appreciate
Well,
it.
yeah, no, that sounds good, man. All right, so you've been helpful. Thank you very much, Hawkins. You have a good night. Yep.
I hope everyone enjoyed the video. Look forward to more like this and get notified of them for free by hitting the subscribe button. It helps you get more of me and Ty's content, and it helps us by getting our YouTube page more attention and helps us educate a wider audience. Hope everyone enjoyed. See you in the next one.